Filmora 13 is available to buy. How does it compare with Premiere Pro? This is Filmora versus Premiere Pro, so let's get into it. One of the main differences is the interface. Filmora is more user-friendly because all the options are zoomed in. They are easier to find and click. Premiere Pro puts many panels on the interface, forcing them to look smaller. That's why on laptops and smaller screens, it's easier to work in Filmora. Both have workspaces to display only the required panels. Premiere Pro is a massive app, so we find many workspaces, while Filmora has a few that are found in the Layout Mode menu. Also in Premiere Pro, we can create custom workspaces, which is impossible in its opponent. When you add a video to the timeline, Premiere Pro separates audio. Filmora does not do that. You must separate it manually to work on it. Premiere Pro also has two playback windows. One plays the imported media, while the other plays the project clips. One thing I find odd in Filmora is that to drag the playhead, you must click on the timeline first. If you click and start dragging, it will adjust the timeline zoom. This is not the case with Premiere Pro, where we can just click and move the playhead. If we open the editing book, I don't think Filmora can beat Premiere Pro. Filmora has been adding features such as improved keyframe tracking, screen recording and text editing, but it still has a long way to go. Both have basic options including multi-track editing, ripple delete, keyframe tracking and chroma key. Premiere Pro has better masking options, project history recording and clip snapping options. When you compare the two, Premiere Pro is a heavy program that needs more resources. Text titles and stickers are where Filmora shines. We find hundreds of assets that come with the program. You must download them, but you will find a massive library. Those have more of a social touch than professional. Premiere Pro does not have stickers, but we find a handful of text titles in the graphics panel that can be dragged and dropped onto the timeline. Also, Filmora has more transitions than Premiere Pro. You'll find more categories and transitions overall. However, Premiere Pro has slightly more options and it supports third-party transitions, which we'll cover in a few seconds. In terms of effects, Filmora can't compete with Premiere Pro. We find many amazing effects in both, but Premiere Pro can customize those effects. It's a one-stop solution for many project types. For example, the blur effect in Filmora covers the whole area, but Premiere Pro supports creating custom masks to cover part of the screen. This is the case with all the effects that can be customized. Another feature that makes Premiere Pro more reliable in professional editing is its color correction interface. If you know what you're doing, you can completely change the colors of your video. Filmora has a color correction panel with basic options and some presets, but it doesn't have as many options. Premiere Pro lets us adjust individual colors to get that perfect result. Also, we find color effects in both, but if you master this, you won't need those anymore. When it comes to third-party content, Premiere Pro ranks supreme. Its impressive compatibility lets developers develop text titles, transitions, and plugins. Many free and premium places exist to download and import stuff. Even though Filmora has more titles and transitions, with Premiere Pro, the options are endless. The program also supports plugins, and many out there can help with your projects from cutting silences to adding colors. Lastly, if you get the Creative Cloud package that has over 20 apps, you can use multiple Adobe apps in a single project. For example, we can edit a clip in After Effects from Premiere Pro. Editing images in Photoshop and audio in Adobe Audition is also possible with a few clicks. AI is a topic Filmora has been working towards. It has an AI-powered copilot to help with the project. It can't magically make your videos good, but it can help point you in the right direction. For example, asking about removing the background will tell you how to do it. Premiere Pro does not have this built in, but some AI plugins exist to do other AI stuff. Stock media is another difference. Filmora says that the pad plans bring over 10 million assets for the project. This is a great selling point as you won't need to go to Shutterstock or other places to find and buy items. Premiere Pro is connected to Adobe Stock and you find free text titles right in the program. But the website is mostly paid, so most content requires a premium subscription. I really want to talk about some additional features you'll get with both. Both have a text-to-speech option to transcribe your said words and delete the parts by deleting the words. Both can also generate subtitles in multiple languages automatically. Filmora has heavily implemented AI features. We find all those to make better videos. Those are still not as good as we find in the traditional Premiere Pro, but it's a step in a new direction. Filmora also has a better keyframe panel that raises the line when the value is raised and lowers it when the keyframe value is lowered. Lastly, even though Premiere Pro has more audio editing tools, Filmora has quick options to remove the background noise and wind sound. We also have auto normalization and speech enhancement options. Premiere Pro lets you create and import folders to organize your file. The program also has better audio editing that gives you full control over your audio. Furthermore, we find more export tools than Filmora. It also supports opening 2 projects simultaneously, which is not possible in Filmora. You can also send your projects for review to team members and create team projects. Lastly, it supports both clip and global markers that can be exported to use as chapters on YouTube. Pricing is where we draw the line. Filmora is cheaper than its opponent. It only costs a $80 one-time fee for the current version line. To get all future updates, just pay $50 a year and get cloud storage and unlimited AI credits. Premiere Pro costs $23 monthly if you sign up for the yearly contract. The monthly plan costs even more. However, with all the editing tools, features and support it offers, the price is understandable. You can take your projects to the next level with the options it offers. So which is it? It depends on multiple factors. First is the price. If you can't afford or don't want to pay this much for a video editor, you'll love Filmora. If you want extended editing tools and don't care about the pricing, go with Premiere Pro. It also depends on usability. Filmora has fewer options, but it makes editing easier. Premiere Pro has more features, but it doesn't give you everything on a silver platter. You must work yourself for the finish you imagine. Your video editing and video types also play a role. If your videos need heavy editing, go with Premiere Pro. But if you create good enough videos for social media and don't want any professional editing tools, Filmora will be the best choice. With that said, thanks for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you need any help. I'll catch you later. Take care.